My name's Mick, and I am doing this video as information concerning a multi-level fusion. Now, if you go searching, you will find some stuff, and usually it's like 4 that they fuse. They call it multi-level, right? It is. It's hard to find people that have had extreme multi-level. I had 10 fused. My lower back, pelvis, all the way up to, I think it's T10. So, and I couldn't find anything on it. The reason I knew what to expect, though, is because my brother had the same thing. And my sister had 4 fused. So we got an issue going on. But that's another thing. I just wanted to say what I went through to get to this point. And I am 16 weeks out from having my surgery. So let's see. First, I had bad back. Had a bad back for years. Had a bad neck for years. All kinds of back spasms. Sciatica. Wow. Both legs. Terrible. And it just kept getting worse and worse. And I'm a carpenter. And so about 20 years ago, I decided I got to do something different. And I went back to school. I got a job after that. Well, I went back to school and got my accounting degree. Got a job after that with a construction company, and I was working in the office. And I was there for a number of years. But I got more and more like, I just don't like this. I gained a bunch of weight. I'm not active, blah, blah, blah. So I decided, nope, I've had it. I quit. Well, okay. My sister, who lives in Florida, had cancer, and I wanted to go see her. My wife, who came from Phoenix, hadn't been home for a number of years and wanted to go see her family. So I had a little camper that I had remodeled. I'm a carpenter, so the whole inside was maple and birch. It was really pretty. We hooked that up. I quit my job. We took off and took my tools with me because I had family members that were like, yay, you can come work at my house. Please do, please do. So I thought, okay, I can do this for a while. So we went down, we camped. We did a year of camping. It was fantastic. I want to live that way. I just loved it. New Mexico. Love New Mexico. Beautiful. Up in the mountains, beautiful. Down in the desert, beautiful. I just really liked it. So we did that. My back was bad. Had a lot of back problems. I mean, spasms, and we went across the bottom of the country to Florida, where my sister and my niece lives. And I worked on my sister's house, and then my niece moved to Charlotte for a new job, and she bought a big house there, and she says, you can come work on my house. My other niece was like, yeah, please come to my house. I got things to do. We haven't painted. They had a cathedral ceiling in the living room in their house since we bought the house. It's so damn high, and they were afraid of it. I'm like, okay, I'll come. Worked. Came back up home in the Midwest. Went back. Did this for like 5 years. The last big job I did was a deck. And man, did it hurt. I was like, this is for the birds. It's time for me to really have my back looked at. And my brother, I'd helped take care of him. And he had 9 fused, I think. So you have to bear with me. It's that time of year when I have sinus. It's spring. There's mold everywhere blowing around. So I told my doctor, I need a referral to the surgeon that's at the clinic that I go. She said, okay. Went, saw him, had all the appropriate imaging done. He said, well, if we do it, you'd have to do 4. I don't recommend it. Go get the shots, see if they help. So I went to the pain doctor, who gave me overall 8 shots. I tried a couple different things. It worked right away. You know, they put steroids and lidocaine, I think it's lidocaine, one of the canes, together, shoot you in the back. Hey, the pain's gone for 2 days. Nope, it's back. Okay, that didn't work. And I thought, no, I want a second opinion. So she gave me a referral to a place. I was in Iowa. in Des Moines to the ortho clinic there. And I'm like, yes. So I went down, saw the surgeon. He's like, so I looked at your back and there's no way I can do minimally invasive. You got too many things going on. Like this. So if you looked at my back, like if you're standing behind me, it would come up and there would be a vertebrae kind of tipped, then one way over here, and then tipped and way over here. It was like it was trying to just break right there and up. If from the side, tip forward, one goes backwards. It was just this messy thing going on. And then he's like, so you got that? Okay. You also have radiculopathy because your discs are degenerating and apparently the holes coming, where your nerves come out were small. Pinch. Stenosis. And your spine's getting stretched because this one's moving over here. And you've got terrible, it looks like the nerves are being pinched or sciatica. Okay. He's like, I want you to go get more imaging and then come back and see me. Okay. So I did. Went and had another MRI, more x-rays, new x-rays done. Oh, wow. The new x-rays? They took the right x-rays. You could really see it. I'm like, why is that vertebrae way the hell over there? Well, that's the problem. So I did research. It's not a good thing. That thing can keep moving. And if I were in an accident or something were to happen and that thing were to keep going that way, it could really compromise your spinal column. He's like, you got to fix that. Okay. So I went to see him. Yep, we got to fix it. I recommend 7. I think it looks like 7 I'll have to do. All right, we'll schedule you. So I had to schedule some tests, an EKG. They had this list of things that they're not putting you under for 6 to 8 hours without knowing if your heart can take it. So I got a call. I've been doing my tests. I had a date. And she's like, the doctor wanted me to call you. It was his nurse. And let you know that he had looked at all your stuff carefully and in depth. And he thinks they'll need to fuse 9. 2 more. If that's what it takes, okay. I mean, I wasn't looking forward to this. I watched my brother. I went right after he had his surgery. It was like 4 months into it. We went there, stopped there, and he's like, can you help pick up the change that's all over my floor? I can't pick it up. I'm like, oh my God. You need one of those little grabber things. He's like, the one I got won't pick up change. Here's your, $10 worth of quarters that were all over and nickels and dimes. So I watched him. I'm like, oh man, this looks like this is going to hurt and it's going to be difficult. But it needed done. It couldn't work. That deck almost killed me. I mean, pain. Okay, we're going to lift up a 16-foot long treated lumbar 2x10 or whatever it was. I don't remember. Oh, pain. So, and this is the thing. I have a bad neck. My bad neck goes all the way back to 1991. That's what I thought I would end up having fused. My doctor, the one he retired, but he's like, your neck is a mess. He showed me x-rays and stuff. He's like, someday they're going to have to do something about this. I'm like, physical therapy. So I got physical therapy. I've had physical therapy for everything. It's not going to make it better. The neck, I just learned you don't go past this far. Now that my back's fused, I'm like, good thing I have a ton of mirrors and a backup camera. So I was scheduled for November 11th. I had my vertebrae tested. They looked at the calcium, make sure it wasn't holy and not in good shape. Everything was fine. I had good bones. I've only broken a few things. I had a stress fracture in my foot. My little toe got broken when it was stepped on, and I broke, I think it was this finger right here. Slammed in a truck door. That hurt. But other than that, no. I was scheduled to go in. So, as a traveling carpenter, I had a camper. Well, last year I had sold my little camper to my best friend, and bought a little bit bigger one because I was tired of living in a 12-foot space. Now I have 23 feet. Much better. It's still tight with me and my wife, but that's okay. It's going to get remodeled. I'm designing it. I'll be slow at it, but I will do it. So this doctor says to me, "You're a carpenter." "Yes." "You're not a carpenter anymore." He's like, "You'll never be able to go back and do that for a living." For yourself, yeah, because you know when to quit. You can work 2 hours and say, "Nope, had enough, my back's killing me," or "I just can't," and get my wife to help me, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay. But it has to be done because I can't stay this way. Cannot stay this way.